Alrighty guys, I'm getting set up here. There's a lot for you to read today, so as you are either logging on for the live class or if you're logging on to do this workout later, take a peek at the description. It's going to explain that if you have a band, preferably with handles, if you don't, not a big deal, I'll show you plenty of modifications. Have that band nearby, and if you have a door mount, which we'll go over in a second, go ahead and put that in the door. You're going to want to be somewhere where you have a stable surface. If you don't have a door nearby and you have a band and a stable table leg, as I have here, you can loop your band around it. Just make sure, again, it's nice and stable for our workout today. So plenty of options. If you have dumbbells, have those near you as well. You'll also see that I put, if you have paper plates or washcloths, I have little sliders and a hard floor surface nearby. Obviously, I don't expect all you guys to have those. So again, washcloths, paper plates, or even sometimes like napkins will work just fine as well. You just want something you can put your heels on to slide around with. Do not panic if you're missing any of the equipment. You are still going to find a way to make an awesome workout today. So again, don't panic if you don't have something or you're not able to do a certain exercise today. Let me go ahead and check that time. All right. I'm gonna get everything ready here. We're gonna start off with our warm-up today. Again, guys, this is cardio strength. We are starting off our Monday strong. A little different change of format here today since I am using the door nearby. Let's see what we get over here. Awesome. I'm just making sure that my live video is working okay. Perfect. All right, guys, if you do have that band, let's go ahead and start with a warm-up with it. So I'm gonna loop mine through. I'll probably grab another one. All right, I'm going to use my TheraBand for the warm-up aspect. And if you don't have a band, no panic here. We are just going to grab palms down on that, feet underneath our hips, and we're going to lift that band up and over our head. If you feel comfortable, that band's going to go behind you. If not, you're going to just repeat that motion, coming up until you feel a nice little stretch. As you warm up those shoulders, if you feel comfortable, you can take it behind you. So as you focus on some deep breaths here. I'm really excited for today's class. It's very different from what we've been doing. So if you've been wanting a workout that uses, if you do have a door mount or your bands, in a little bit more of a strength format, today is definitely your day. And guys, bands are pretty cheap if you can find them, so if you haven't bought a pair of bands, it's a good way to get a nice added workout in all of our classes. Good, let's do one more here. Good, if you still have that band or belt or whatever you're using, let's go ahead and take those arms to each side, feeling a nice little stretch in our lat. Three, two, and one. Relax. Let's go ahead and set that down here. Let's do some small shoulder circles. I need to make sure I get enough space here since I've got the wall near me. Little shoulder circles forward. I've got a sweatshirt on. I'm cold right now, so you see I'll get warm real quick. I also don't have shoes on, but that's just because I'm on the second floor of an apartment. Go ahead and switch arms. Just go backwards here. But again, you're welcome to wear shoes, especially if you're using any type of weights. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take those feet hip width apart. We're gonna do some air squats, chest up nice and tall. Sit back in those heels. Again, if you guys are joining on, we're just doing our warm-up because there's plenty to read today. Oh, and I didn't list it, but if you have a glute band, which is one of those loops around your legs, you can have those near you today. Basically, any equipment you have near, we'll find a way to sneak it in if you've been dying to use it. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Go ahead and grab onto a wall nearby. We're going to do side to side leg swings and then forward and back leg swings. So let's go ahead and start with the forward and back. I'm going to start with my right leg. We're going to do 10 forward and back, 10 side to side in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Control through your back and core. We don't want to swing that back. Loosening up that hip and leg. Good, and then you can either go right to the other foot and finish forward and back, or you can go immediately to side. Just make sure you're doing both on both legs. Good, I'm gonna switch doing my side to side here. Switch legs when you're ready. All right, guys. Let's do one more here. Let's do some good morning. So when you're ready, take those feet underneath those hips, hands behind your head. We're doing nice flat back here. Feeling our stretch in our hammies and right back up. Let's go ahead and do 6 of these. Good. Now, as I explained, guys, I want you to stay moving. I want you to stay warm. So a little jog in place, little side step. Stay moving as I explain, and as we make sure you have all the equipment near you. This class is going to go till 12:15. There are 3 circuits. So if you cannot make it to 12:15, if you have a meeting or something today, you can still do the first, at least 1 or 2 circuits if you can, and you can always repeat that 3rd circuit later on in the day. If you have time with me, we're going to go through, and it's going to be a fairly tough workout today. So if you're familiar with Tabata, it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. This is going to be like Tabata, but we've got strength in here, so we're going to slow down that pace a little bit, and we're actually going to do 4 full sets like you would do for a strength workout. So again, if you have a band, you want a stable leg surface on a table, or you want a door mount. So again, get that fixed up now while I'm explaining. So 4 exercises. We're going to go exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just repeating that 20-second work, 10-second rest. We're going to go right back to the top, and we're going to go through that circuit 4 times before being finished. So it's going to be about 8 minutes of non-stop work. So that being said, you want to have your circuit set up so you can keep going efficiently through it. So let's go over the first circuit together, and then we will go from there. So let me be sure you guys can hear me just fine. Perfect. All right, guys, we have chest press on the first exercise. If you do have a door mount, you're going to get a nice little lunge position. You're going to have those elbows kind of tucked in a little bit, and using those handles, you're going to exhale, press those in front of your chest and right back. So the further you out from the door, you're going to have a little bit more resistance depending what type of band you have. Now, when you do this, I want you to really squeeze your chest as you get to the bottom. If you do not have a band, you can do push-ups. That's an alternative. Or if you have dumbbells, you can lay on the floor and do a floor-seated chest press. Either will work. Then immediately after, you have tricep extensions. If you have your band hooked up to the door, elbows are going to go in, get a little bend in those knees, and you're going to push those handles down and squeeze those triceps. This is one of my favorite door mount exercises here with that band. So tricep extensions. If you don't have it, you're going to either grab a weight. You can do overhead tricep extensions. You can grab little weights and do tricep kickbacks. And guys, if you have that band, which you'll actually do, if you don't have a door mount, you'll just step 1 foot down and you'll still do those kickbacks holding those handles of the band. So you can do that without the door mount just fine. And if you don't have a band period, put your hands in a diamond shape. You can also do diamond push-ups off of a table or the floor, which will work your triceps a little bit more. Third exercise is a side lunge to squat. So practice with me if you need. We're going to go side lunge, so straightening that leg, the stable leg here. Then we're going to come right into a squat, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So making sure you still have a nice distance on that squat. We don't want to come all the way in each time. And again, straightening that opposite leg as we do that lunge. If you are uncomfortable, pick which works best for you. Do you want to do just the side lunge, or do you want to just do the squat? Make it harder by having a weight on your chest. And last but not least, we have a standing crunch. So core is going to be nice and tall. This is our little cardio kick at the very end. We're going to have our hands behind our head. It's going to be opposite elbow, opposite knee, keep that core tight as we squeeze in. If you want to make it harder, arms and legs will be straight. We're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg for a standing march. And again, using that lower core, as I'm already out of breath. So this being said, make sure your circuit is set up. Plenty of modifications to do what works for you. Remember guys, if you don't have a door mount, but you have a band, you can do everything. You might just have to kneel on the floor, but if I was here on the floor, I could still do my chest press, and I could still do my tricep kickbacks just from that table. Plenty of options. So I'm gonna have my music going. We'll try this first round together. I promise there'll be less explanation as we move along, so you're always welcome to forward pass this if you're watching this later. All right, guys, it's gonna be long. 8 minutes of work. Make sure you got your chest press or push-ups or whatever you're gonna do ready. Let's get ready. Trying to get a good song on here too. All right, 10 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So, little lunge. We're gonna chest press, 20 seconds. Big squeeze as you press. Remember, you can do push-ups right now or dumbbell chest press. Relax, you got 10 seconds. Get ready for those tricep extensions, knees slightly bent. Remember, you got kickbacks or extensions. Let's go. Squeeze those triceps. Unless you have that much equipment. So be thinking about that. Maybe somebody else is doing the body weight stuff while someone else is doing the bands. Relax. All right, march in place. Hands behind our head. We're gonna have that alternating crunch next or alternating march. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Core is nice and tight. Driving that knee. Halfway, come on. 3, 2, 1. All right, set yourself up. We're starting set 2, chest press or push up, your choice. Let's go. Remember, if you're doing partners, switch up those exercises. Keep breathing. Triceps next. Remember, you can do if you have a dumbbell overhead or kickbacks. Let's work. Halfway. Come on. Back to our body weight stuff, or if you're doing with a partner, they're on the band, you're on body weight. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Let's go.
Side lunge, squat. Add a weight if you want to make it harder. Standing crunch. I'll do march this time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Pick that leg up. Or drive that knee. All right, we're 2 sets in. Get ready for that chest press. Let's go. Come on, we're halfway through these sets. It goes quick. Relax. If you want to, you can also switch your grip and do palms up on these triceps. Let's go. Come on, 10 seconds. Keep pushing. Lunge. These are kind of fun. It's a little combo. Remember, pick one or the other if you can't do both. Let's go. Keep breathing. Rest. March it out. We got that standing crunch next. Let's go. Halfway. Keep those abs tight. All right, 4th and final set, guys. This is how fast it goes. Here we go. Time to push. Quality over quantity, but we are going at a nice tempo here. 10 seconds. All right, triceps, march it out. Stay moving. Here we go.
Let's go.
Come on, a few more seconds, guys. Keep pushing. Get it burning. Rest. All right, 2 more, guys. Get ready for that lunge. Here we go.
Let's go.
Watch that form. Those are kind of fun. All right, march it out. We got standing crunch and then we're done with the circuit. Let's go.
Let's go.
10 seconds. Come on.
Well done.
Woo! All right, grab a drink, guys. Make sure everything is still going down here good. Oh, we got quite a few people. What are you guys saying here? Awesome. I got my iPad on the floor. That's how I got so close there. All right, guys. Super excited for this next round. If you have the equipment, again, if you have the door mount, keep it up. But again, no worries if you don't. You'll just be on the floor with those bands wrapped around something. This is also the round that if you have paper plates or washcloths. You'll also need them. I'll show a modification if you don't have them though. So here we go. First exercise are going to be some rows, okay? So if you've got that door mount, some handles, get your knees slightly bent, strong core here. You can even get a lunge if that makes you feel more secure. And we are going to row, pulling those elbows back, squeezing between those shoulder blades, rotating palms out, rotating them in. So for 20 seconds, nice strong pulls. High. If you don't have a door mount, again, you can do it on your table or put it under your feet and get a flat back and row from having the band under your feet. Again, if you have a dumbbell, please know you can use that instead of the bands today. Same thing, flat back, getting a nice row, pulling those elbows back. Then we have reverse lunges. If you don't want to use any equipment, you're just going to alternate legs going back into that reverse lunge. If you want more help with the stable surface and you have those bands, hold on to those handles and you're going to do reverse lunges while holding on to those bands. If reverse lunges don't feel good on you, forward lunges are also going to be fine, or walking lunges, your choice. Then we have hamstring slide outs. So guys, you're going to take those on the floor. Heels are going to go in the middle of whatever you have, washcloths or paper plates. We're going to lay back, hands flat on the ground. We're going to lift our glutes up. And from here, easiest way, one leg at a time, you're going to slide out and slide in. The harder way is both legs come out, both legs come in, really using those hamstrings. If you're prone to hamstring cramping, you're going to want to just do one leg at a time. If you do not have sliders, you're going to have nothing, but you're going to have hands flat. You're still going to lift your glutes, come up on your heels, but you're going to actually walk it out inch by inch, as straight as you can go, and then walk it back in without letting your bottom touch the floor. Still tough. And then fourth exercise are sit-ups. So if you have a door near you, you can keep your feet against the door, and we're going to sit up nice and tall, tap the floor, and right back down. Again, if you have any back discomfort, place a pillow, a rolled towel or mat underneath your low back. If you do not feel comfortable coming all the way up, you can do partial sit-ups and just tap your knees here. So it'll go right after those hamstring slides. So, obviously you guys will get the gist. We'll go through this a bunch of times together. Now you guys at least know the format. So make sure you've got your circuit ready to go. And let's get ready. All right, we got 10 seconds. We're gonna start with those rows. 2, 1, here we go. Big squeeze between those shoulder blades. Couple seconds, and we're gonna go down to the floor. 2, 1, relax.
Yes.
All right, bring it down. 2 more. All right, keep your bottoms up, let's go. Get that core tight. It just hit noon, so if you have a meeting to go to, you've finished 2 circuits. Make sure to stretch later. If you can stay with me for 15 minutes, remember this class goes to 12:15 today. We've got a 3rd circuit. And you won't want to miss it if you don't have to. All right, guys, I'm excited. Let's get ready. You guys get a nice long break. When you can, try to bring it up. Again, stay stepping, like jog, march, anything in place as I explain. We are going to take our band out of our door mount. So now we're going to be using our bands by ourselves. So if your band is light enough, our very first one are shoulder presses. So I'm going to explain this one. My band's too tight. If you have the handles, you're going to have those elbows in, and you're going to press those handles up to the ceiling. If they're too tight, you can get down on your knees and do the same thing. Give me some nice good shoulder presses. If your band is too tight and you don't want to do both arms, what you'll do is the first round, you'll do your right arm, second set, your left arm, and you'll just focus on single arm presses. And of course, if you guys have a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells, you can always do some dumbbell shoulder presses instead of the band. Then, second exercise, bicep curls. If you want to make it hard to use both feet, a little bit lighter, just one, elbows in. We are going to curl it up. Now, you can keep those hands right in front of you, or we can go a little bit out, a little bit in, all the way in, and have a little bit of variety in those bicep curls if you're doing the band. If not, again, dumbbells are fine. If you do dumbbells, you can also do a hammer grip, which is thumb up. If you want to switch it up, and you can do one arm at a time with both the band and the dumbbell. So we've got arms first, then we have glute bridges. You do not have to use a band if it is really annoying to get the band on and off of you in 10 seconds. If you like it, put it on. If not, no worries. But we're going to be on the floor, just like our hamstring slides. Heels are going to be underneath our knees, but we're going to lift up, squeeze our bottoms, and keep going between that. Make sure we are not overextending. Just keep it in that nice straight line. You can even add a weight onto your hips if you'd like. And last but not least are mountain climbers. If you don't have sliders, you are just going to do regular mountain climbers. If you have sliders and you'd like, you're going to have your toes on those sliders, and we're going to slide 1 foot in at a time. Lots of fun options for you guys today. So again, pick what works best for you, and let's get ready to go because we got a perfect amount of time to do this. So shoulder press, bicep curls, glute bridges, and finally some mountain climbers. I hope you guys are ready. Let's do it. All right. 10 seconds. Let's start with my dumbbells for shoulder presses. Here we go. 20 seconds. Keep that core nice and tight. Remember, if you're doing the bands, you can do both arms or just one arm for the first set, and then just alternate each time. Keep moving for those 20 seconds. Keep those elbows glued to your side. All right, glute bridges. I'm just gonna put a weight on my hips. 2, 1, here we go.
Let's go.
Squeeze those glutes. Halfway.
Yes.
All right, mountain climbers, if you've got those sliders though, you're using the sliders. Let's go. You can even do plank toe slide outs if you prefer, or step outs to either side.
Yes.
Relax. All right, so again, guys, if you're doing that single arm, you want your knee on top of that band, and you're doing that shoulder press. You can do both arms. Relax. Bicep curls. I love banded bicep curls. I hope you like them. All right, here we go.
Let's go. Yes.
All right, glute bridges. Three, 2, 1, here we go.
Let's go.
You can always pulse it if you want to get more done. Keep a nice squeeze though.
Yes.
All right, mountain climbers. Hands and fists. If your wrists are tired, you can even go cross body here.
Yes.
All right, back to the top, shoulder presses. We're halfway through our sets. Let's go. Watch your form, watch your chin.
Yes.
My arms are sore from yesterday. All right, bicep curls. If your band's too light, slow it down and make it harder on the way back down to your hips. All right, back to the ground. Almost there, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna go a little slower. I'm super sore. Relax. All right, bicep curls. Here we go.
Let's go.
Add 2 more exercises, bring it down. 2, 1, let's go, pulse it. All right, guys, final exercise, mountain climbers, 20 seconds, non-stop. Let's go.
Well done.
Relax. Oh, that is so perfect, guys. We have 2 minutes left. Let's stand up, catch your breath for a second. If you are doing Lori's stretch class, after this it starts at 12:30, but if not, let's do a couple stretches together, just so you can say you did something, okay? So if you've got that wall near you, take your arm 90 degrees. We're gonna take our elbow and form on that wall. We're gonna get a nice little lunge, and we're gonna lean forward just a little bit and feel a nice stretch right in our chest and shoulder here. So let's hold this, catch your breath. Make sure that elbow's in line with your shoulder. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So left arm, same thing, in line with that shoulder. We're gonna get a nice little lunge. Good, go ahead and look at me here. Hold on to that wall if you need. Take your left foot back, knees together. Push that hip forward and feel that stretch down your quad. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of circuit today. I thought it was really fun. If you don't have a door mount, again, no stress. I hope you were still able to find somewhere for your band. And again, if you don't have a band, really helpful, find like a medium resistance one. Go ahead and switch legs. And I promise it's gonna make your workouts harder and just more fun, give you a little bit of variety. Good, hold on that wall again. Take your left foot across your thigh. We're gonna sit back toward our heel here. Feel a nice little stretch in your glute and hip. Good, sit down, switch legs. Right leg across, keep that chest up nice and tall. Good, take those feet underneath those hips, hands behind our backs. Pull those shoulders back. Now take those palms up to the ceiling. Big inhale. And exhale, we're gonna reach toward those toes. Feel a nice little stretch in our hamstrings. Put your hands thigh, shin, or toes, depending on your abilities. Let's do one more time. Big inhale up. And exhale, fold. Good, last one. Stand up nice and tall. Right elbow behind your head. Pull that tricep gently back. And switch sides. relax. All right, guys, thank you so much again. My name is Kayla. This was our cardio strength class. If you did the workout, please comment so we know who participated. It helps our stats. If you like the class, let me know. If you have different equipment at home and you want us to include it, let us know. We got to know what you guys have so we can include it in everything. Thanks again, guys, for participating. Have a good day.